from early antagonists like Buggy the Clown to more modern foes like Kaido, One Piece boasts a large array of intriguing villains. It's hard to know everything there is to know about such a sophisticated bunch of enemies. That means there's a lot of interesting facts and details to discover. Number 1. During an interview, Oda had some reservations about Luffy, whom he felt was so powerful that he wouldn't be able to overcome adversaries without some significant plot engineering. But he claimed that if Akainu had been the main character, things would have been far worse. Luffy bothers me the most because he immediately defeats the big villains, unless I make him stranded before he reaches the enemy. As a result, while creating a protagonist in manga, it is not a good idea to make him excessively powerful. For example, if Akainu became the protagonist, he is so powerful that One Piece would be over in a year. That says a lot about Akainu's capabilities. Number 2. One of Magellan's running gags is that he spends roughly 10 hours a day on the toilet because he is continuously consuming poison. His constant diarrhea, as well as his looks, could be a reference to Belphegor, a prince of hell who is frequently represented as a guy with horns and a beard sitting on the toilet. He's also been compared to Baphomet, a pagan deity that resembles a humanoid goat with wings. Number 3. Oda was contacted by a fan who inquired about the meaning of Rob Lucci's name. They said that Rob meant steel in English and Lucci meant bright in Italian. Put together, this means steal the light, which fits not just with Lucci's character, but also with the overall concepts of the series. Though the fan was convinced that Oda did it on purpose, this was not the case. Number 4. What is the origin of Enel's name? While this could be a coincidence, there's a decent likelihood he was named after Italy's top electrical provider. It is not only called Enel, but the company's name is also written in Japanese, the same as Enel's. This may appear to be a random connection, but it's not a bad one for a character that battles with electricity. Number 5. Enel is infatuated with the idea of being a god, and is frequently referred to as such. He's also based on a few real-world gods, the most notable of which is the Japanese thunder god Reigen. His long earlobes are a tribute to Buddha, and his name could refer to either the ancient Mesopotamian deity Enlil or the Semitic deity El. Various English dubs and translations went to great lengths to lessen the link between Enel and divinity. For example, the licensed games Grand Adventure and Pirates Carnival from 4Kids refer to him as the Sky Lord, although the Viz manga refers to him as Kami, which is likely to avoid any issue, as religion may be a sensitive matter in the United States. Number 6. Oda occasionally discusses what his characters would have done if they weren't pirates, or where they might have come from if they lived in the real world. Blackbeard would have become an archaeologist in Somalia. This is an intriguing pick because Blackbeard is based on a genuine historical pirate named Edward Teach, who was born in England and spent the majority of his time in the West Indies. While the setting isn't right, a job centered on uncovering the past makes sense for a character modeled on a historical figure. Number 7. Oda considered having him offer difficult riddles to people before he became the crocodile we know today. This could be an allusion to the Sphinx from Egyptian mythology, given the Arabasta arc's many nods to ancient Egypt. The hook on his hand would have been formed like a question mark to match his Riddlemaster character. Number 8. Gecko Mori is one of the most recognizable characters in the One Piece universe, but his original design was significantly different from the present one. He's seen wearing a hood or as a regular-looking male. His personality was also distinct. In one draft, he was a clergyman with 2 personalities. In another life, he was a cunning trap maker. 9. For Kids, a firm notorious for significantly changing anime to eliminate references to violence, sexuality, and elements of Japanese culture that they feared would confuse American youngsters, dubbed the first 143 episodes of One Piece into English. Because of these alterations, the For Kids dubs are not well regarded. If you want to watch One Piece dubbed, the Funimation version is far superior. Arlong, the pirate who was extorting Nami's community for large quantities of money, was one major difference. He appeared a lot less scary in the 4Kids dub. That's because, rather than, say, threatening to kill Belmere if she doesn't pay tribute, he says he'll confine her. Many violent moments are cut, including one in which he smashes Nami's head against a desk for not sketching the map he desires. Even his entire deal with Nami is removed from the plot, making the entire arc a little perplexing. Number 10. Captain Morgan, a corrupt Marine official who appears as one of the series' earliest villains, is little recognized. While the majority of One Piece is content to let him fade into the background, a Chinese mobile game called One Piece King Battle gives him a whole backstory in which he grows up alongside Full Body and Marine X, and he even gets a stat boost when he fights with Marine X because of their relationship. These games aren't considered canon because they are region-specific. They do, however, lend some dimension to a minor villain. Do you agree with our lists? Or did we miss something? Comment it out below.